Hello, my name is Malcolm Stevens, and this is my action assignment project, and I decided to do the self-checkout machines. So you're probably wondering, what is a self-checkout machine? Pretty much a self-checkout machine is a piece of technology that allows customers from all different backgrounds and all different types to come up and ring up the groceries at the store without without needing a cashier or a bagger. These are getting very popular now, and they're located in a lot of your big grocery stores, like at Walmart, Target, Kroger, Publix. I want to say that Sam's Club has them as well. So yeah, they're getting. So this is roughly what it looks like. You'll have a computer screen where you put your card in, and down here at the bottom you'll have it to where you put your cash and stuff. So a little bit of history of the self-checkout machine. The first one was invented in the 1990s by David R. Humble, and he actually put it in one of his local grocery stores in South Florida. And it was kind of funny. The reason why he inspired to do that was because he had to wait a long time at the grocery store. So it was, it helps move the lines and stuff like that. Was the main reasoning behind it. And as of 2013, they are in over 200,000 stores all across the world. So roughly how to use a checkout screen. Pretty much what you do is you have your bag of items. When you get there, there'll be a button on the screen that says like a start button or a begin button, something like that. Once you start it, it'll normally pop up a screen where it'll show you all the items that you've scanned on the right hand side. And pretty much what you do is you'll put the item barcode in front of the scanner. It'll scan it. It'll put the item roughly in the box to the right and the price. So pretty much you do that for all your items, whatever, regardless of what they are. Once you get done, they'll normally have like a pay now button. It'll be kind of down towards the bottom of the screen. Once you press pay now, it'll normally tell you your different payment methods, whether it's a credit card, whether you're using cash, debit, it'll normally have those are the main ones that it'll use. Pretty much once you select your payment option, it'll normally direct you, hey, you need to use the keypad if you're doing card, insert your cash if you're doing cash. And once you've entered in the correct amount or, use your card, it'll normally print you out a receipt, and that's it. That's pretty much all there is to it. Normally there'll be kind of like an automated voice that'll kind of direct you what you need to do at certain slides, so that helps so you're not completely in the dark. Are they easy to use? Yes, they're very easy to pick up. They're kind of fun because you get to ring up your own things, get to play around with it, and it's normally, like I said, it's pretty easy, self-explanatory. You just kind of follow the directions. And like I said, there's always an automated voice there that will clearly tell you what to do at what times. With new pieces of technology, there's always perks to it. So a lot of times, some of the things that are big with self-checkouts is you have shorter wait times. You don't have to wait as long because normally you have to wait a very long time if you have a regular, checkout line. Normally with these, people can go through it quick, and they don't have to go real fast, or that there's perks to using a self-checkout machine. They make use of the space in the store. Normally, you can have 7 checkout machines come in a line compared to having one regular checkout register. That has a person and a bagger. So they take up they don't take up as much space as those do. So you can have more of those. 7 people can check out compared to just one. It allows you to go at your own pace. There's no time requirement, for how quickly can you do this. If you want to do it fast, you can. If you want to do it slower, you can. Take your own time. There's always, you have that option. And like I said, it's quick and easy, to use. Some of the big cons that I've noticed of it is malfunctions. Malfunctions are a big issue because it is technology. They're great when they work, but man, they are no fun when they don't. So theft is another big issue because when you're doing it yourself, there's nobody really monitoring you, nobody really watching you. So it's very easy for shoplifting, stealing items, and things of that nature. One of the things was that in employee problems, that using a self-checkout machine takes up, that's a job, for a cashier and a bagger. So a self-checkout machine might, replace jobs, and you could end up having, employee problems when it comes to that, Missing features, a lot of them don't have back buttons, so if you ring up something, you kind of have to restart all over, and that's no fun. Nobody likes, especially if you got a lot of items, nobody likes, having to restart over just because you messed up an item. Sometimes they're hard to keep clean because, like I said, the popularity of grocery stores, there really ain't a whole lot of cleaning time because about the time somebody walks away from a self-checkout, another person is walking up there to, to start scanning their items. So having a hard time keeping them clean, especially especially during the COVID pandemic. How would I make better use of it? I'd have cameras that record the process of checking out. So at least if somebody is stealing, you can at least identify them and find them. So, there's that to it. I'd have an incentive for using self-checkout because if you're, ringing them up and you're having to bag doing all the work of another person, maybe you could offer a little, maybe get a discount on items, because like I said, at the end of the day, they're doing it themselves versus you having a person having to pay employees to do it. So, there's that. I'd hire baggers. If you didn't want to do the incentive, you could hire baggers. You could have, all they would have to do, you just scan it and slide it down, and they bag it for you, put them in your thing. It takes care of the employee problem, and it makes it go a little quicker. And I'd have features to help make it easier. Have a back button. Have, even if you have like pictures to identify what's what, I would do that too. Just little features to make the process easier. So for this project, I decided I would go to a Walmart and I wanted to use one myself and kind of observe, seeing what people do with some of the self-checkout machines. I don't use them that often, but when I do use them, the things that I have noticed was that most of the time when people go to self-checkout machines, they don't really have a lot of items. They normally have at max 15, maybe 20. Nothing more than that, right? Nothing like a big buggy full. I never saw that in the 20 or 30 minutes that I did kind of just walking around. I know that's kind of weird, but that's what I was doing because I kind of wanted to observe just by what was happening. And another thing that I noticed, one machine would break. There was at least one machine broken in the day that I went there. There was at least one. I think they had 10 machines, and I think there was 2 that didn't work. But I don't know about the last one because it ended up somebody used it there at the end and it worked. So I don't know if it was just people didn't like that machine or what. But that was another thing that I noticed. And when I used it, I think I bought a video game for my Xbox, and I ended up having to call somebody over because they needed to use their passcode to approve of the purchase, and sometimes that can be kind of annoying because you're going over there to use the self-checkout, but then an employee has to go over there and approve the item. That's kind of counterintuitive. If that's the case, you could just have a cashier do the same thing and let them ring it up, Some of the things that I noticed, but I generally think that the self-checkout is a good idea. I think it will be helpful, but like I said, there's always improvements to be made. Thank you. And this is my action assignment.